Okay, so if you're looking for the ultimate shortcut to mastering practical, real-world English vocabulary, the kind that just pops up in conversations, maybe meetings, even casual hangouts,
Yeah.
you might need to forget the standard textbook for a minute.
Okay. I'm listening.
We are going straight to the basketball court. Specifically, we're doing a deep dive into the, well, surprisingly robust and unique basketball culture of Taiwan.
That's absolutely right. And what we found in the source material is it's fascinating. Basketball isn't just a sport over there. It's really embedded,
Hmm.
you know, part of the daily linguistic and social ecosystem.
Right.
From school courts, neighborhood parks, and yeah, those incredibly energetic late-night street games you see under the lights.
We naturally love finding these surprising cultural intersections, especially when they offer like a fast track to gaining knowledge quickly and thoroughly.
Hmm.
So let's unpack this. Our mission here is to pull out two critical sets of vocabulary. First, the essential on-court terms.
Yeah.
And maybe more importantly, these highly useful everyday idioms that you can immediately integrate into your speech. Basically, turning every court into a rapid-fire English classroom.
It's a perfect scenario for contextual learning, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because the enthusiasm for the sport itself provides that immediate relevance.
Exactly.
You aren't just learning abstract words off a list.
Yeah.
You're learning the language of connection, of competition.
And the sheer pervasive nature of basketball across the island is really what makes it such a great resource for this. I mean, it's a major social activity. It's a primary way people connect, whether that's high school teams running really rigorous drills after class or just, casual pickup games at the park on a Saturday afternoon.
And the infrastructure really
Yeah.
supports this deeply embedded culture. That's key to its linguistic impact, I think.
Oh, okay.
Here's a fun fact that really shows just how central this sport is to community life. As of April 2022, there were 888 semi-outdoor basketball courts
Wow.
built specifically for elementary and junior high schools.
888. And designed specifically to be used in both sun and rain. I mean, that tells you everything you need to know about the commitment to the sport, right? But here's the linguistic implication.
Exactly. This sheer number means basketball isn't some niche hobby, or something just for pro athletes. It's a guaranteed part of the public space. It's part of the shared cultural conversation.
Right.
So if you want to talk about life or leisure, exercise, friendship, in many parts of the country, you will inevitably bump into this basketball vocabulary. Its ubiquity just ensures the terms are high frequency.
And that culture definitely goes beyond the daytime. Street ball and night games are huge. It's really common to see people playing pretty intense games until midnight.
Yeah, it's infectious.
It really is. It combines physical sport, popular music, creative expression. It reflects that intense, dynamic urban energy.
And while the street games are vital, and they foster that casual communication, the professional scene also provides these massive cultural touchpoints. We should definitely recognize the established major leagues there. Well, the primary professional organizations in Taiwan. You've got the P-League Plus and the T1 League.
Okay.
And players like, say, Lin Chichi, and of course Jeremy Lin, who've had these high-profile careers, they really help bring immense excitement and mainstream media attention to the local pro scene. And that just reinforces the language associated with those high-stakes games.
Okay, so now that we've set the scene, you can almost feel the heat, the noise, the midnight games, all that action. It demands a specific high-speed language.
It does.
Let's move from the cultural context right onto the court itself. If you want to, talk the talk, understand the commentary, maybe even just play a simple game, you need these essential on-court terms.
Right. Let's start with the fundamentals. Movement and action. First term. Dribble. It means bouncing the ball while moving.
Simple enough?
Yeah, but it's more than just a dictionary definition. In a game, it's often a crucial, immediate instruction. Think about the context. Don't forget to dribble before you shoot.
Right, makes sense. And then the ultimate objective, to shoot. Trying to score by throwing the ball towards the hoop. In a pressure situation, this becomes the command, right? For that final crucial action, shoot before the buzzer.
Exactly. But of course, basketball is a team sport. So if you want to get a teammate involved, you pass the ball, throwing or handing it to them. You might yell, "Pass the ball to me."
Okay. What about specific scenarios?
Okay, so a shot taken after a foul from the free throw line. That's a free throw.
Right, yes.
You'll hear this used to describe those tense solo moments of truth. He made both of his free throws. Very specific.
Got it.
Or maybe you impress the crowd with a jump shot that's a shot made while jumping into the air. It's a term that really conveys skill, athleticism. That was a perfect jump shot.
Okay, now here's where I think it gets really interesting. Shifting to terms about interaction outcomes.
Ah,
Let's start with the negative consequence. A foul, an illegal move, or maybe unfair contact. The example sentence in the source material is simple but, well, powerful. That was a clear foul.
yeah, very high frequency. Use it to challenge an opponent, demand fairness.
Right. And on the positive side, looking at the results of a shot attempt, a rebound, that's when you grab the ball after a missed shot.
It's a word that conveys persistence, doesn't it? A second chance. Like, you grab the rebound and scored again.
And my favorite, the ultimate sign of teamwork, I think, is an assist. Passing the ball perfectly to help a teammate score.
Yes.
It's not about personal glory, it's collaborative success. He passed it perfectly for an assist. I mean, that term, assist. It's just pure collaboration, ensuring someone else succeeds. That's a concept we use everywhere, isn't it?
Absolutely. And finally, we have the strategic definitions. Defense, that means stopping the other team from scoring. And offense, meaning attacking to score.
Basic strategy.
Right. But these terms quickly define the whole team's focus at any given moment. Their defense is really strong today. And the term for ultimate pressure, if the scores are tied at the end of regulation time, you need overtime, extra playing time.
Ah, the drama. The game went into overtime.
Exactly. Okay, so this brings up an important question, right?
Yeah.
How exactly does all this sports language transfer to everyday life?
Yeah, what's the real value here?
Well, the real value is that these specific basketball terms, they kind of bleed out of the court. They show up constantly in daily work, schools, social interactions. They become these metaphors that are incredibly practical for building everyday conversational fluency.
That's the key, isn't it? Understanding these next 5 expressions really proves you're fluent in that local conversational flavor because you're speaking metaphorically using these cultural touchstones. First one up, he's really on the ball today.
Right. This means he's focused, highly attentive, in good condition mentally, usually, not just physically.
Okay.
You might use this in a business setting, maybe praise a colleague who successfully anticipated what a client needed.
But hang on, is that phrase versatile enough? Like for a high-stakes professional meeting, if I say someone is on the ball, does that sound too casual?
Not at all, actually. It's pretty standard professional slang for sharp competence. In a work context, it's a high compliment. It's concise, it's universally understood. You're signaling speed and accuracy.
Excellent. Good to know. Next one, we need to step up our game. I hear this one a lot.
Very common. It means we need to improve our performance, whatever task we're focused on.
Does that phrase carry the same weight of urgency, say, as we have a deadline?
I'd say it carries more motivational weight. Saying step up our game implies a competitive challenge, a collective effort. It kind of motivates the team to work harder because the standard needs to rise. It feels more engaging than just stating a deadline, you know?
I see. Okay. Let's move to a great one for pitching ideas. That's a slam dunk idea.
Ah, yes. If something is a sure win, an undeniable success, maybe a great idea that just can't possibly fail. That's the phrase.
Instant certainty.
Exactly. It conveys certainty and enthusiasm immediately. If a new business strategy comes up, that pretty much guarantees a major goal.
You call it a slam dunk.
Got it. Fourth, she's part of our starting lineup. This idiom identifies someone as a core, an essential team member in any group setting. Could be a project team, a school club, even a friend group.
So you're recognizing their value.
Their irreplaceable value. It's maybe slightly more formal than just saying they're a key person, because it implies they're trusted to perform right from the beginning of the task, like the first players on the court.
Makes sense. And finally, when the pressure gets too high, maybe we resort to the simplest command. Let's call it timeout.
Yeah, a simple, clear way to say, let's take a short break or pause. And crucially, calling a timeout implies it's a necessary pause.
To regroup.
Exactly. To regroup, strategize, or maybe just catch your breath before returning to the task with renewed focus. Understanding these 5 phrases is, well, absolutely crucial for conversational fluency. They add so much flavor.
Okay, let's take all this learning the court terms, the idioms, and bring it back to a practical real-world scenario. We can use an extended sample dialogue that integrates both. Imagine 2 friends just chatting about their afternoon plans.
All right, so first, maybe they're discussing their morning at work, setting this stage for needing that mental break. One might say, man, our presentation this morning really went into overtime. I seriously need to call a timeout on my brain before 5 p.m.
Yeah, I can relate to that. And the other replies, I agree. We really had to step up our game to finish that last report. But good thing Sarah was there. She is definitely on the ball. She's our starting lineup MVP for sure.
See how the metaphors just ground the conversation naturally? They've used 3 idioms before they even talk about playing basketball.
Right.
Then comes the actual invitation, using the core vocab. Want to shoot some hoops after work?
And then the logistical planning, which touches on that local environment we talked about. Sure, I need some exercise, but hey, it might rain later. Should we check a weather app?
And the practical answer ties right back to that fun fact about the courts.
Ugh.
No problem. We can find a covered court near the MRT station. We won't need to worry about the rain.
See? Problem solved by infrastructure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This dialogue is significant because it really shows how simple social plans rely on using this specific vocabulary and understanding the local environment where these semi-outdoor courts are just readily available. The language of the game is completely woven into the language of daily life.
And the casual cultural closer needs no translation.
Yeah.
Perfect. Loser buys bubble tea. Classic.
So what does this all mean in the end? I mean, from the raw energy of street ball to the structure of the pro leagues, basketball clearly brings people together. It offers an instant point of connection. And learning this key vocabulary lets you participate not just in the game itself, but crucially in the conversation around it. It immediately boosts your fluency with highly relevant, high-frequency terms and idioms.
And if we connect this to the bigger picture of language learning, well, the most effective way to learn vocabulary is usually through context that matters deeply to you personally.
Right. Relevance is key. And that shared immediate passion for a sport, it provides that instant relevance. It makes retention feel easier, application more natural, because you're speaking the language of a culture you admire or are part of.
So here's a final thought for you, the listener. The next time you see a basketball court, maybe it's empty, maybe it's full of players, just take a moment. Consider which of those 5 everyday idioms we discussed, like stepping up your game when you feel challenged, or determining your starting lineup when you begin a new project. Which one could you use to describe a task you need to complete today?
Yeah.
That's how you start using this language to win, both on and off the court.